Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is starting out. It was one of those rougher start mornings. Like, I had such a great day yesterday, like being out and just, it was good. It was a good day to be out, kind of detached from normal mom duties and normal life duties and be gone. But it was such a long day out. Came home, catch up on the kids, see what's going on in everybody's life and world, and the older ones, and then had some dinner. I just made one of those bag salads and had a couple of meatballs from the spaghetti, and then went swimming. And that was like our whole evening. I went to sleep early. I was tired. I slept all the way through. I've been waking up a lot during the night, because I had coffee late and everything else, but I slept all the way through. Woke up this morning and it was like 5:30. I'm like, okay, but not feeling like refreshed after your sleep. Like when you sleep a long time and you normally wake up feeling refreshed. Was not feeling refreshed, and like woke up and it was like, got ready and I came out and I was like, I like looked at everything because I had all my groceries sitting on the counter. There's stuff everywhere. It's not a ton, but just stuff that would literally take 20 minutes to pick up. But seeing everything going, feeling that weight of overwhelmness. And then I knew I had to go upstairs and edit yesterday's video, and like knew I had to do like, okay, what do I do today? There's like, we need food, and I'm like, I need to plan a monthly menu, and all these thoughts go in my head, and I'm like, just that overwhelmness for a few moments. And I was like, you know what, let's go for a walk. So we got to get out and do a little walk this morning, came back, and I got Brooklyn to work and came back here, and I'm like, okay, let me just begin. Let me just start and begin. It's like there's a lot to go on. I feel like there's sometimes when those things and it's not a lot. It really is not a lot. Once you start looking at it or start doing it, it really isn't a lot. But in my own head for like that moment, it's like it seems overwhelming. So I'm like, I just need to take a step back, take a moment with the Lord and say, okay, what can I do? What can I do right now? And then what's my next one? What's my next one? So what we came up with, what the Lord and I came up with, is I'm thinking I'm going to sit here right now this morning and get a monthly menu out and plan. I started writing out some plans based off my old one. I was like looking for my last month. So I'm like, tell me I threw that piece of paper away. I hope I didn't, but I didn't. So I got that, wrote down pretty much a lot of things we had last month because we like it. And then I thought, I'm just going to look up a few recipes, get a list, and then I printed out my monthly grocery list right here. So I've got a monthly grocery list. And so I'm going to go through and kind of see what I need to get, have a plan for groceries. And then I can do household pickup. I can do the rest of the groceries put away. I can get kids' school in for the day. And then this afternoon, I will make something for dinner. I'm not sure what I'm going to get creative. I got food. I just have to make something this afternoon. And then I'm thinking I'm going to head out and go to Aldi, because we have a store right by us, Aldi, and get some staples in. Because if I have some staples like milk, milk and bread, those kind of things, that'll help fill in and get a lot of meals taken care of. And then that way it won't be so much overwhelming of like, what do we make? I mean, we can keep making things, but in the midst of like everything else, it's nice to have like those staples, those things to have. So I'm thinking that, and then I will, we're going to do another discount store this weekend, and then I'll probably hit Walmart and Sam's Club next week at the beginning of the week. So, but if I have something, I feel like it's better than nothing. And then, life can continue onward. So that is my goal for today. We'll see how the day rolls. I won't put it in today's video. The groceries, I'll probably put it in tomorrow. So then tomorrow I'll give myself doing something else. But, just a good thing. So it's like one of those days where you're like, okay, when you're feeling that pressure of overwhelmed and all those things, it's like stop and take a break and go, okay, what can I do first? Just start with something. And then finish that and move on to the next. And then if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. Like for myself, I was like, all right, I was thinking baking some food, doing all these things. I'm like, if that doesn't get done, that's quite all right. It's quite all right. I'll do something different today. So that's your key. And then your encouragement for the day. I didn't do it yesterday. I apologize. It was one of those days I just wanted to enjoy my day. So my encouragement was rest. So today, my encouragement to you is to trust in God's plan for your life, knowing that He has good things in store for you. And that's part of like knowing that God's plan for your life is a good thing. Like He has a perfect plan for your life, and we have to trust that He knows what He's doing, and that even when things don't seem to be going right in our own life, or we like have an expectation that it's not met, like still continuing to trust that He's got things and He's working things out for your good. God wants us to give those worries, those uncertainties to Him completely. That's that part of faith that He wants us to have, and to trust in that no matter what, even when things go wrong, because that enemy is super smart. He will come real quick and put thoughts in your head. And I know even for myself today, it was like, he was like, after, having a day yesterday and like not doing what I normally do. It's like he is real quick to remind you of things in your head. And so like I'd love to say instantly I did it. I didn't. And I was able, I was allowing him in my head and allowing him to put those thoughts in my head and those worries in my head and those things that he does. And I had to stop and say, no, like, I cannot let this happen. So I had to I'm sorry, Lord, I'm sorry. Get back on. And then you know what? I wanted to slip a little bit more. It's like stepping on that mud and you just want to slide right again. And I'm like, no. I want to get my focus back on. So you have to constantly, it's like a constant thing. He talks about casting your cares, casting your worries. It's like a constant thing to do sometimes until it becomes so second nature. It's just like everything else, right? Eating healthy, drinking water, exercising, and getting your proper rest, all those things. It's like a habit you have to do over and over. So continually casting those worries to him. And so I know for myself, I had to remind myself that this morning. I'm like, okay, no, no, I'm not going to let my mind think that and not think about it and not think and not dwell, because that's not what he wants you to do. So we have to trust the plan, trust his plan, no matter what's coming up against, no matter what thoughts you have, no matter what worries you have, trusting him with all of those things in your life. And he will make those things work out good for good, even if they're bad. They will be bad. Bad things are going to happen. Those things are going to be bad, but trust that he's going to work those good things out in your life so that you know what? We can see him in his hand in your life and you go, okay, yeah, I see what God is doing. Because if we work it out, then there's no glory to God. But if God works it out, wow, look at what he did in your life. That's the testimony. So that's my encouragement to you today. And then one of my favorite scriptures to go along with this is Jeremiah 29:11. And it's, for I know the plans and thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord, plans for peace and well-being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. And I love that, because God does plan for us to have peace and he wants you to have well-being, and he doesn't want disaster. That's not God's plan for you, right? It's to give you a future, a good future, and a good hope. So Jeremiah 29:11. Remember that scripture for the day. So I'm going to sit right here. You ready for a great time? I'm ready for a great day. Let's sit down. We're going to sit. We're going to sit right here. I'm going to plan out some monthly meals. My thoughts are, I finally, I feel like we're getting where I have things, normal things stocked up in my pantry. Last month I kind of stacked up on things and I have a place for everything versus random, what am I even going to eat here in Florida? What are the things I'm going to buy? So I feel like I have staples. So my thought for today is, let me make a few meals out. I only have maybe 10 meals right now. Let me get a few more planned. As long as my pantries are full of basic things, my freezers are full of basic things, I pretty much should have everything I need for meals. If you have a decent stocked pantry, a decent stocked freezer, you pretty much will have everything that you need to make the meals. That's the game plan. If you cook basically with basic things, which we usually do, you'll always have what you need. So that is the key. That's why people, I think a lot of channels have the well-stocked, some people do a stocked pantry because for end time things, but having a stocked pantry, just because what that means is then you have enough stuff to make those meals. If I know I have flour and sugar and yeast and salt, I can make pizza. And then if I have tomato stuff, I can make pizza and cheese. Then I have things to make pizzas with always. And so having that without having to write down pizza specifically, if you don't have that, then it's a little bit harder to plan out a grocery list. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It doesn't mean you have to have a million things in your pantry. You don't have to do that. Definitely don't make yourself go broke doing that, but just have a little stock of basics that you always keep, so then you can always make something. So I'm going to sit right now. I'm going to go through, I always go through our cookbook because this stuff we've been eating for a long time, 20 plus years, same meals. So I'm going to kind of look through here if there's something, write down a couple ideas, because ideas are good to have. You don't have to. I have a friend that she doesn't really plan, and she just goes, okay, this is what we're going to eat tonight. This is what we're going to have tonight. She'll just go shopping and see a few things. Oh, I want to make that this week. And so those are all great things to do too. But for myself, I like to have somewhat of a plan, so that way I don't have to go back to the store as frequently. So, okay, ready? All right, let's start planning.
I don't remember feeling this low before, searching for you, but silence is what I'm finding. But I know you're near, and that you still work through the quiet. So I'll wait for you. Oh, I'll wait for you.
So I've got my list. It's pretty standard and staple of everything that we've had for meals, like the tacos, the haystacks, the flatbread tacos, pretzel dogs, the southern slaw dogs. We love all that food. Poor boy subs. That's something we just love to have. It was a good thing to have. And one thing I'm going to add different is chopped subs. I watch people do this all day long on the shorts, and they like chop all the veggies up and chop the lunch meat up, and then just put all the dressing and everything right on it, and then put that on like the sub bun. I thought we'd try it. We'll try it. I'll see. I'll put it down. We'll see if it gets done. Sometimes it gets eaten up before we do the meal. And then I'm going to do some more grilled chicken to stick in the freezer. I think I have 2 more packages. What I'm going to do is I'm not like when I plan out my what I'm purchasing, I'm going to add to what I have. So like if I have 10 cans of green beans, or if I have 8 cans of green beans, what I would do to have it be full would be 10. So I'm going to get 2 more. So that way I have a little bit of stock, because last month was the stock up. I don't want to do stock up. And then like as the year goes on, we'll deplete it, due to life and everything else. So like I know I have chicken fajita meat in the freezer already done, but I will get more, do the same thing to it so I can freeze it again. I think someone recommended getting it from right in the butcher or whatever, in a case it was cheaper. So I'm going to do that for sure. So I'm going to do more chicken. We're going to do the fajita chicken. I wrote down ideas. Like we could do fajitas with that. We can make the what else? The pasta and broccoli. I gotta get broccoli. And then like fettuccine, have that with it. There's lots of meals we can do with the chicken. We can just have it on tortillas. I even wrote down homemade tortillas. I did buy some at the discount store. I will buy more, but we go through them like crazy. So I'd like to make some this month. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try. We'll see. I wanted to last month and did. Chili. Always a chili. Always chili, because chili is a standard. We can always have it. Nachos, because that was a good meal. We're enjoying that. I've got the spicy nacho cheese for Jensen, so that'll be good. Ground beef stroganoff is yummy. The chicken patties, that was really, really good. We really enjoyed that meal. So I will definitely get more. I probably will buy buns. I can make my own buns. I know I can. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see what my list looks like at the end. Pizza outside in the smoker, on the pizza oven. That was great. We have wood. It was delicious. It's one of those things to make real quick, have it yummy. So I'm going to put pizza on the smoker. And then my girlfriend, I like the coconut curry meal, like I always make that. My girlfriend gave me a recipe for her Thai chicken, and it looked really good. So I'm like, okay, that's easy. The only thing that I would purchase that I don't have is like rice noodles, because I don't usually do rice noodles, but I think if I buy it, it will help. Because there's Asian stores here, I just haven't gone to one myself. So I'm gonna do that. That led into, okay, we'll have a ramen night, which I probably will just do ramen packages, because kids like it. They don't mind the homemade, they just don't like homemade noodles. Not everybody does. So probably just buy the ramen cheap, unless there's some crazy deal somewhere, but I haven't found anything. And then make my own pot stickers. Again, we could purchase it, so you're gonna spend $10, $12 for a bag. Make my own. Take the time and make it. It takes time. It takes time to make it, but I'd like to make some. So I'm going to try that. Jared's casserole, we call it. It's basically Alfredo in a tomato sauce with kielbasa and pasta. Easy. Chicken pot pie. Make my own crust on that one as well. Pesto tortellini, because that's Maddie and Brooklyn really like that. I do too. And then do like homemade meatballs and spaghetti for the other people. And then pierogies. Pierogies. Okay, way back in the day, I tried making my own pierogies. It was just busy. And when I find that you do things in a hurry, it doesn't turn out good. So I would like to make my own pierogies. I know they're easy to make. I would like to do that. It's been a long, long time. I used to have a mold for them. I don't anymore because I gave up because I thought I failed. I'm gonna make some pierogies. So make some pierogies and then just fry up some sausage, which is yummy. So I'm gonna do that. Shepherd's pie, because when we went out to lunch yesterday, my friend had shepherd's pie, and I'm like, ooh, I haven't made that in a while. That looks yummy. Shepherd's pie, another thing on the list. And then of course we're gonna fry some chicken, because everybody loves it. My goal is to look for the little drumsticks instead of the big giant ones. So I'm thinking Aldi has those. From what I remember, I'll have to look and see. So I'd like to do that. And chicken chunks, they love it. They really do. It's a great meal. Everybody eats it, wolfs it up for the weekend. Delicious. So that, and then I thought I didn't make any, I need to, instead of just have the chicken plain, which they love, make just a small amount of frying. So I'm not out there for 4 hours frying, and do like sweet and sour chicken. And I can do that. And I'm gonna do, I think it's the, what do they call that? Tempura, right? That's the name. Tempura batter, and it kind of puffs up a little bit. And that's like when you buy Asian food. You don't get the crispy stuff. Somebody hit the door. You don't get the, like when you do, like if you go to sweet and sour chicken at the Chinese place. It's not like deep fried, that kind. It's more like a fluffier batter. So it's called tempura. Do that. So I'm thinking to make sweet and sour chicken with that. So I have to get, on my list is not pineapple, so I wrote that down. And then make homemade egg rolls. So again, you could make your own dough, but I think I will purchase that because that's going to be one of those, like, you need one of those rollers to put it through, which way back in the day, I think I found one at a garage sale for like $2 and I bought it. Yeah, didn't use it very often. So homemade egg rolls, we'll do that. And then I had a BLT sandwich yesterday and I'm like, that was really good. So we haven't had bacon in a long time, so I'm thinking to get some good bacon and get some good thicker bread. I could make my own, but maybe some good, I don't know, crispy, crunchy, something delicious bread. We'll see. We'll see how much it costs, or if I am in the store, I go, I can make that bread, and then do BLT sandwiches. Not everybody loves BLTs, but they'll do like a, what do they call it? Club sandwich. So if I get some lunch meat in there, they'll do club. So I'll have that just with chips for an easy meal. And then good old chopped salad, or just the regular salad is good. Like chopped salad with chicken fajita meat, hard-boiled eggs, all the toppings. Everybody loves that too. So those are like my main dinner meals. And then I wrote down treats, like, like I'm not doing too many, because if you have your staples filled up, you'll like lunch lady brownies. I can make cinnamon rolls. I can make cookies, because I have everything. Does that make homemade pretzels? I wrote that down. Homemade bagels. I'd like to make homemade bagels, maybe. See how life goes. So I've wrote that kind of stuff down, and then since it's getting warmer outside here in sunny Florida right now, like make some treats for the freezer, frozen treats. So I haven't done this since the mountains. I would like to do it again. My kids are like, you need to make homemade popsicles again. I'm like, yeah, I haven't made homemade popsicles. So I wrote a list for homemade popsicles. I'll just get little plastic, like Dixie cups, popsicle sticks, and then I have to order, it's not the gallon bag, it's like 2 gallon bags, but I just remembered, I think I bought some at Lowe's. Let me look that up. Lowe's had some bigger bags. It was a weird place to find it, and they were like a handle. It was almost like for carrying a book, but it was Ziploc bags. So they're like 2 gallon, 3 gallon. They're bigger than the gallon size bags. That's what I need to put popsicles in. So I would like to make a bunch of popsicles. So I wrote down ideas for the dirt cup ones. The kids like those. Lemonade pops, because that's good with strawberry pieces in it. And then blue bomb pops. You could buy all these things. I could buy all these things and have a stocked freezer full of all of it. And I did last year, and that was great. But making them is yummy too. So that way I could just come home, make them, put them in the freezer. I don't have to worry about bringing them home from the store. So I'm going to do those this next month. And then I thought I'd make some desserts as well. Freeze them in pans. So I'm thinking like, we used to make like a Snickers bar dessert, basically with ice cream, and then like a banana split. I forgot the banana split one. I had to look that recipe up. That was a little bit more committed of a recipe. This is really good, banana split dessert. Like if you make a bunch of this, it's cheaper than buying like good ice cream. Like I can just get cheapy vanilla, cheapy Walmart version, but like soup it up, just like regular food. You can buy cheapy food and then soup it up a little bit. So that one requires like jar toppings, like pineapple and caramel and that, and strawberry. So I'll see. I might see how much they are, see if I want to do that. But again, it'll be a cheaper dessert. It's better than going out and getting ice cream. It's cheaper that way. So I have that. I have like brownie dessert. We make brownies, put ice cream and M&Ms on top, freeze it. Frozen pistachio dessert. Again, these are made with, and then also making your own ice cream sandwiches. Ice cream, I haven't done that in a long time. Make your own ice cream sandwiches. What? I know. So I'm writing down wax paper. I want to get the good ones from Sam's Club. So I have like those kind of ideas. And then I want to talk to Jensen, because see what kind of dessert he likes. And then I will make sure I do some dairy-free ones as well. So we'll do like some kind of frozen things. I'll come back with a lot of ice cream, where I think one year I came back with, I don't know, years ago I did one and it was like a ton of ice cream, but I was able to freeze it and make a lot of frozen desserts. So then I'll put these in, I'll make sure I get some pans, like the aluminum foil pans, and freeze them that way. And then we can take it out and eat it. So I'm thinking that is the plan for the month. So what I'm gonna do, instead, usually I sit down and go, okay, I need this, this, and this. What I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna take my main grocery list here. I think I have pretty much everything on it that I have in my cupboards, and go through and see what do I need more of, and mark it down in here. And then I'll sit down and look and go, oh, okay, so I need like, for example, the kids wanted Cuban egg rolls. Those, I'm gonna need ham for that, and I don't have that on my list. I'm gonna need egg roll wrappers, I don't have that on my list. Write those specific things down on there. It'll be a lot easier than going here and then going in my cupboard. So if you have the stock pantry, it's a lot easier. If you don't, it's always hard. Or if you have a main grocery list, it's good to go, okay, I don't even have that, so let's get it. So let's go look and see what we need. Okay, I'm gonna come over this way. So I started with my Sam's Club, and it's all of the paper products and things that we need, like paper plates. Like we still have a nice stack of paper plates. I didn't buy any last month. We don't really use paper plates here, which is weird. I thought for sure moving to Florida, it's hot and the weather, you're gonna not want paper. No, we don't use paper like that much at all. So it's good, we just don't use them. So I won't even need that on my list. So I won't even mark that. I already had circled paper towels because I know I'm completely out of that. And I know I don't need Kleenexes, those are my bathroom. Trash bags, those are down here. So I'm gonna look and see. I think I still have 2 whole rolls. So I will not get the big trash bags because I don't need that. I know I'm gonna need a laundry detergent because I only have 1 without even going back there. Dishwashing detergent. I do need that, and I need some dishwasher soap. I need to buy the right kind, the blue kind, even though the green one is good. Remember the blue one, let me see these. This is that yellow bag of trash bags. We're gonna need some of those. All right. I already know that I go on to my baking items. I already know sugar and flour. I know I'm gonna need more of those because I'm just thinking, where did my sugar go? I filled up my second container, but again, this will be something to have on hand to be able to do. Vanilla, I think I still have vanilla in here. Yeah, I still have vanilla. I'd like to make my own vanilla. I will one day. Brown sugar, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need all that. That is over here. No, I still have a whole bag. I haven't filled my containers yet. I guess if I fill my containers, which they're pretty empty. Okay, let me get another one because I will be filling mine up. So I'm gonna need a brown sugar. I'm gonna need a powdered sugar. We're gonna need chocolate chips, cocoa powder. I think I stocked up. Let's see, I have 3, so those are okay. I don't need any brown sugar vinegar. I still have a whole thing of that. I have chocolate syrup written down, but that'll be over there. Honey, still have honey. Those are what I get at Sam's Club, and then it goes on to like other things. And so I'm gonna skip over to my Walmart and like where I wrote down, or actually, you know what I did? I did an Aldi one. I forgot to revamp my list. So I gotta kind of skip because I know where my stuff is and see like my spices up there, what I'm going to need. So having a stocked pantry, you kind of can look at things and go, oh, I need this. Like, for example, like we did eat through some of the ramen, so I will make sure to get another ramen because that is always good to have. Do I have it on my list? I'm pretty sure. Do I have ramen even on here? Can you believe I do not have ramen on here? So then I'm just able to look quickly at it and go, okay, what do I need to add? So like right here, I have a lot of these dairy-free stuff and I have all those up there to add. So I'll be putting that in here. I don't have any emergency mac and cheese in a box. I feel like I should get some mac and cheese in a box. Again, stock up just to have for whatever. So I'm going to add that to, I don't even have that. I do a box mac and cheese. I will probably get those just to have on hand. And then like looking at what I have, like I have rice and rice. So I'm looking back here, I have curly noodles. I could probably use 2 things of curly noodles and that will fill my container back up. And then also the elbow macaroni, I have half a container so I can get some more of that. And then looking at the top, I'm like, okay, I still have enough of penne. Like, what did we even use up? Not that much spaghetti. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We used up 4. Will we be making more? Probably. Should I get some fettuccine? I haven't done fettuccine container because we weren't having, but we are going to start having some more of that. So why don't I write down fettuccine? That's something I will get. Like the pasta have fettuccine. Let me get 6 of those, and then do I even want to? I got spaghetti. I'll get a spaghetti. Is that Sam's Club? Yeah, Sam's has the spaghetti. Let me get a spaghetti pasta. And then same thing with the elbow. I will get some of that to stock that up on. But everything else, there's like enough in there to suffice us for the meals. That I still have to put my stuff way up there. What I did do when I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, I have all this dairy. I have these. I totally forgot to write down burrito bowls. And so that was something like I don't normally get roast. Like I get a London broil. And we cut that up small, and then we could cook like we have the little beef bites, and we have rice and beans and lettuce, and we use this on top. So I'm like, totally forgot to write that down. So I added burrito bowls to my list, and then I bought cake mix. Why do you need cake mix if you can make it from scratch? You can, but I do have a couple recipes. One of them is pistachio cake. Brooklyn's been loving that. I haven't made it in a long time. So, because you have to buy cake mix, you have to buy the pudding. So, because it's not good, it's okay to make from scratch. It's better from a cake, I guess. So, having that, I can make that, and I have a yellow one that there is something called, I think it's called, is it preacher cake or funeral cake? I don't even know, but it's really good. It was from my friend Summer, and she used cake mix from that. So I'm like, that'll be good. I looked up there and realized I had breadcrumbs in the back. Remember I made something the other day, and I'm like, I don't have breadcrumbs. I had to crush up those croutons. And there were some up there in the back I found, but this was something for coating chicken. She said this is really good having that. So I've got that as well. So I'm like looking, I'm like, what else did I buy? So just added a few things to the list. Let's go over here and see what kind of canned goods we need. So again, looking in the can cupboard here. Let's see. It's not a very good, easy thing to film. So I can look in here and go, okay, what did we eat easily? Like I can go through right here, my chilies and my jalapenos. I'm like, how many do I have? I have 3. I have a bunch of those. I probably will not stock these because I have a bunch of those. We don't use that much of it, but like the Alfredo we use. So even though I have 3 and 2 jars, that's something we do go through. So I will go through and add on my list Alfredo sauce just because, based on my meals, because we do eat it. I don't mind having more on hand. So I will probably get 5 more of those. Let's see, what do I fit up here? 3, 1, 2 more. So 2 more small ones. I like to get different sizes. Let's see, 2 small and 4 big because of the bigger ones I use for, they're about the same price. Bigger ones I use for pasta, the smaller ones I use for pizza. So that's something, but like tomato sauce, I need no tomato sauce. We still have tomato paste. The diced tomatoes, I did go through a whole, did I have 3 rolls or just 2? That's something we do go through. So I will, let me see how many to get. 1, 2, 3. It's easier just to get a flat of them. So I will get, even though I only need 7, I'll get some and stick them in the back. And then everything else I'm looking at, I bought chili beans from Aldi's and I have these from Walmart, but I have like 3 rows of them because I bought a ton because we use those. So do I need to stock up on those? No, those are fine because we have plenty in here. Even though we used up the ones from Aldi, that's okay. There's only a few gone. I don't mind if I never get those again and just use these. So I probably won't get any of that. I gotta use up these lima beans, throwing them in something. I threw them in chili last time. I just need to eat them. I'm just thinking we only used some kidney beans and some pinto beans. So it wasn't even that much stuff. So that's a good thing. Let me just keep going down and look and see what I need.
I know is that you are my hope and I trust in you. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
So I did decide I wasn't gonna like stack up on the remainder. I am. That'll be fine. It'll be a full pantry because I don't have tons to get. I really don't, because last month was such a stock up. So I feel like if I just get 1 can of corn, I get 4 peas, 1 green bean, that will fulfill and stack this up. So this is, I'm looking at everything out here. I think I'm done out here. I am, based on everything I need. And then let me go check my freezer. Let's go in the garage. Look at the mess right there. That's what you do when you make popcorn at night. It leaves a mess and you don't pick it up. So we need to pick that up today. We really like that. We're loving our popcorn machine. That's definitely much better than microwave popcorn. And just having it right there is helpful. Okay, into the freezers and refrigerators. So I know, looking at this, let me look over here. The corn on the cob was really good. That was from Sam's Club. I'm probably going to get, that doesn't sound good, a frozen corn. Because that was something you made. I know I'm out of broccoli. I have no broccoli whatsoever. So I kind of try to keep the same veggies, you can't even see, the same veggies on the same shelves. That way it's an easier look versus like, what do I have? So if I can look at this and go, oh, these are all mixed vegetables. Okay, I have plenty of mixed vegetables. This is like the miscellaneous one. This is corn, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, stir fry, the ones that are just kind of random in here. So I don't need any of this, but I do need broccoli Normandy, so I'm gonna write those down. There's nothing really in the refrigerator that we keep in here. Water, I need to get eggs, we're down to the eggs. I'll need everything that's in here. We do have 2 things of cheese, so that's good to know. We got extra ranch, extra hot sauce. This will get like refilled up. And then over here, so looking through what we ate up, we ate through a lot, but I do have extra in here. So but I don't have a ton, so that's good. So then I look and I say, okay, even though I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 things of hamburger. That could last us through the month, but I am gonna get a couple more rolls and restock that with the hamburger. So I'll probably get 2 more of those, the hamburger rolls. We'll get 2 of those. I will get 1 London broil. Hot dogs, so we went through all those hot dogs. We went through 3 packages of hot dogs this month. We really liked hot dogs. I'm gonna get 3 more of those because they really, it was like $24 worth of hot dogs, but they really did enjoy hot dogs and we loved having the slow dogs. So this month we'll have them and they'll probably go, oh, I'm tired of hot dogs. That's usually how that rolls. So I will get, I thought I got 3. Did we have all 3 meals? Oh, I did bagel dogs. That's what I did. I was thinking, what else did I make with those? So I will probably get 4 of those hot dogs to have on hand. The kielbasa I have, what, 5 over there. I will just get 1 more package of those. And then I'm gonna do more of this is sausage, right? Yes, this is sausage. I will do more of that because we really like that. So I will probably get a package of that. And then the breakfast sausage, hopefully at Aldi. I'm gonna have to look up my recipe. Let me write down breakfast sausage because that was really good. And then for chicken, there is only, like I only have a little bit in here, which is good. This is off the pita. Yeah, like I have, here's some bacon right there. I do have, I will get as much, isn't that crazy? We went through all that chicken, that's a lot of chicken. I will get more of that, there's some on the door here. And then I have a whole thing of butter here still. Do I get another one? Probably, maybe, we'll see. Sub cheese, these are energy bites. We have not eaten these. Kids are going through a phase where they love them, hate them. They're still in there, so that's good. And then I need to make, I still got cream of chicken and cream of mushroom soup this month. And cheese, I probably will get more cheese because that is something we do go through. A can of that, I'll have to order. It's not nacho cheese, it's cheddar cheese. I have it off my list now to get more of that. So I probably will be able to use up, like I have beans back there. We'll probably do, I can do cheese and we can do quesadillas this week because I've got all those tortillas. So I'll probably take this out, shred some cheese up for that. But I think I can use up the cream of chicken and cream of mushroom maybe next month, do those. I still have freezer meals. I have 2, an enchilada, remember one, and then a chicken stuffed with stuffing. And we have this. I could put this in the slow cooker. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay. I'm gonna take one of these out because I have tortillas. This is really good with on tortillas. Let me grab this and take this in. We'll go back in. Okay, wanna know why freezer meals are good? Because today is a busy day. I'm out of food and I have to make something. Now, everything in this little Tammy's enchilada, I think it's Tammy's enchilada, but I have no enchilada sauce in it. Everything in there I have in my pantry and I could just throw it together and make it, but it's one of those things that you're like, I don't want to worry about food tonight. So it'd be where I grab a pizza at the store or I grab something quick. So now I'll take this, it's already done. Throw it in the slow cooker. So that is why it's good to have some meals on hand. If you can. If you can't, no big deal. You just have to make something. So, okay, let me see what else we gotta get. Okay, to the empty refrigerator, except for the pudding in here. My pudding and eggs. So I'm looking in here. I literally put my salad in a mixing bowl. I'm thinking, there's nothing. I was looking through my like milk stuff and it's like milk. I definitely will get 2 things of regular milk, and I'm thinking it's lactose enough to get like 6 of them. I'm thinking because I usually grab that when I'm making something. We didn't do a lot of smoothies, so like 2 of the almond milk would be great, I think, for smoothies. Coconut milk. Did I even make my other coffee? Like one day. Do I really need coffee in the afternoon? No. Was it great to have on hand? Sure, but can I live without it? Absolutely. So this is still till March. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it. We'll see. Not even a worry. So I won't be getting that. And then coffee creamer, I'll definitely get some more of those. Cream cheese, I know I'm going to need some of that. So I will get 6, I'll get 8 of those just based offhand. The sour cream, we have 1 left. What's the date? March. Okay, so I'll probably get 3 of those if I can get it. And chip dip, we really enjoyed making our own. That was really good. Delicious and yummy. There's green beans. I'm looking to see what's up there. I've never had sour cream. Not something Jensen has, so I don't mind getting like sour cream. Probably just get a big one at Sam's. Probably, hey Maxine. Big one at Sam's is probably cheaper. I'll look up the price. And then sour cream for us for like meals. I really like the squeeze one. It just is nice. I don't mind spending more because it's not watered down. It's not gross. Easy to squeeze in. So I'm looking. I'm like, there's nothing else in here. We're pretty much out of. Oh, I gotta make bologna stuff. Okay, I've got a whole block of cheese. I've got 2 in there. I wrote down to get 3. I'm just gonna get 2 more cheeses. We didn't even go through that much cheese, which is good. Cheese slices, those are always good to have on hand, even though I have half of one in there because they eat it. Now the mozzarella, I'm sure you can get a block of mozzarella. Is that true? I know you can, right? If you can buy everything, I'm sure you can get a block of mozzarella as well. Down here, we still have all of our peppers and onions. I guess I'll have to see a block of mozzarella. I'm sure they saw a block of mozzarella and just use 1 for cheese, so maybe get probably 2 times we do pizza. Say 3. And then I'm gonna need the diet cheese. I'm gonna need some mozzarella. But we don't need any of the other stuff. Okay, perfect. Look at us doing good through my list here. Coming along, and then I'll sit down and do the rest. Let me go in my bedroom now and see what kind of, oh, actually no, freezer bags. I do know I need gallon freezer bags because I bought those the one day. Napkins, we are almost out of those. I need bleach spray because remember I couldn't find any. It's good to have it in small trash can bags. I like to get 1 more of that. quart bags because I always forget those. And I'm pretty sure I got tons of sandwich bags. The good thing about having everything in one spot here, I can just look real quick and see the things that we do need. Like I went to the dollar store last month and bought a bunch of shampoos and that. Well, nobody was out. So we still have a lot of the dollar store ones in here, which is good. So I won't have to stock up on that. Let me get my list rolling here. So now what I'm gonna do is I went through all of everything. I kind of marked down everything I needed. And now I'm gonna look through my list and see if there's anything like specific to add to anything. Okay, so I've got my grocery list all done. What I do have a very sloppy main list. Now this list I've had and revamped over the years, depending on where I lived, where I moved to, all those things, and how we shopped. And so how I started was way back in the day. I remember taking my phone and like pushing start and just walking slowly through Aldi because I didn't know the store up and down the aisles. I knew Walmart pretty well because I went there so much. And so then I came home. This is how I worked. And then I sat down and I wrote down. I would watch my video and I'd pause it and I'd write down what kind of was in each area on a list. Like basically start at the top for Aldi and what they would have right when you walk in the store. And went all the way through the store. And that is how I started doing a list. Now, I went into the store because I did this when I have a ton of little kids. And then I would shop and I go, oh gosh, that was completely in the wrong spot. And so I'd have to make a note on my list. It took time, a little stress because you have kids everywhere. But eventually I had a nice list of where everything is. And I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. I kind of know where everything is now. And sometimes things get moved. That happens, especially here, moving to a new state. And like now I'm like, where do I even shop at? And so everything is new and different. So I just started making an Aldi list. Again, I used to go all the time back in the day when I went in Michigan. North Carolina, a little bit different. I didn't go all the time, but here we do go because there's one right down the road. So my list has been revamped. I try to go through and change things based on how we're gonna eat. I just went through, like when we first moved here and kind of added a few things, and then we stopped buying some stuff, like we're making it ourselves, so I had to revamp, and I was just doing this list now, and I'm like, oh, I erased cheddar canned cheese and nacho chips off my list. So those things I will add. So I will keep my main list here and we'll update that. So eventually you'll have a list. And so then what I do, I wrote this all out on paper, and that's, you don't have to do that. Keep your main list. I'm doing things a little bit different this month. So then what I do is I have my list for Sam's. And so I kind of block them in little areas. Like I put my paper products and dish soap stuff in an area, I put a little line around. So I kind of know that's there. Then I have like baking and I put a line around it, that's there, versus like open and then I go, oh, I missed something, because that happens too. So now I've got everything written out. So what I do now is I kind of look back over my monthly menu and I go, okay, is there anything else I miss? Like if I needed something specific, like there was one I needed evaporated milk for, and I don't have that normally on my list, so I made sure to add that on my list. Saving yourself some money, writing it down so you don't forget. And it happens, it really does happen. And I'm even thinking, gosh, if I can go tonight to Aldi, I could get all of my stuff and make popsicles, and then because I need a lot of milk for that. And then I'm like, then I go, no, I can't do that because I have to get all the cups, which are at Walmart. So I'm just gonna have to wait. So I will have to go back and get milk and stuff like that again at the store. And that's quite all right to do that. And then the next thing I would do is go through my list and go, is there anything I can make and not buy on my list? I did this last month where things for like chicken, we like the buffalo chicken bites and chicken patty sandwiches. Those are all things I'm like, you know what? I could make that. So let me mark that off my list. So if I look at my list now, pretty much everything, yes, you can make bread. You can make those kind of things, bagels, but those things we like sliced bread for sandwiches for quick and easy. That to me is easier than making sandwiches, like making bread to do. So that I wouldn't mark off my list. I'm looking through everything else. The only other thing we have extras, we're gonna do a lot of those frozen desserts. And so yes, pudding you can make yourself, you can do all that, but I'm looking at it going, that will save. It's a quick way to mix that up, so I don't mind buying that this month. That'll be like my extras, my treats that I'm buying. So pretty much everything will be like standard and basic, and then I'll be able to just go, okay, I can homemade make some more things. I can do things. The egg roll wrappers and wonton, again, those are things I can make, but I'm not skilled at making those, period, so I don't want to make them and then go, oh, totally failed on those wrappers. So just ways that you can kind of cut back. And then for our family, like having all those treats and all those ice cream things, those are gonna save us from going out to eat. Because if you have the treats at home, you're not like, oh, let's go and get ice cream, because you have something in the freezer. And so something else too is gonna be like our slushie machines, getting warmer out. So I'm gonna write down to go. There's only one store, Publix, which I usually don't ever go to except to get Jensen's cheeses. And so I just have to go in there and get some mozzarella cheese. So I wrote down to get sodas from there, because they have this stuff there, and then that way I can have it. And if we want to make slushies, we can. So I'm feeling good on my list, feeling like we can do this within a nice under my budget. We budget $200 per person per month. People say, oh, that's crazy. But for us, that's like, I used to do like $150 per person per month, and that was everything. That included all of our light bulbs, our trash cans or trash bags, and wax paper, all those things, medicines, everything was included in that $150. Okay, so then something, I used to watch other YouTubers and they would say they'd spend $150 or $125 per month per person. And I'm like, okay, that's good. But I also saw that they purchase like a cow in the year, or they purchase their meat in bulk, or they have a huge storage of food pantry in their house. I don't have that. You see my cupboards. I don't have a ton. We do have extra, but not like a whole like storage space, and people do, and that's fine. So that 200 that I'm planning, that's because of cost of inflation. That's because of living in Florida. Groceries are way more than in the mountains. I know everybody's going up in price. So I budget 200 per person, and that's for everything. And now last month we stayed within it. When we first moved here and I was buying a lot of processed food because life and trying to, get along with everything, I spent above that, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I'm like, bring in the reins and but having the list, but that was, I have to give yourself grace, because getting used to things, finding out where they're at, if you've got kids and you're a new mom or you've got younger ones, sometimes this stuff is overwhelming, so you're gonna go spend more at the store. I get that. I understand all of those moments, so give yourself grace. Don't look at people and go, oh, they only spend $150 per month per person. That's amazing. How do they do that? No, like, look at everything. Look at where their stocks are. Look at if they buy a cow. Look at if they do those things. Those all play into a factor. Now, living in Florida, groceries are a lot. I know not as loud as everywhere else, a lot more from when I used to shop in the mountains. So that, with all that said, last month I went and we had all of our food, and I spent below our budget. I did go again, and you saw in my videos, and bought stuff for Valentine's and birthdays, and that was extra fluff. So extra fluff. Do you need to know that was just what we would do if we went out to eat, or if we went somewhere, we would spend that money anyway, so it was cheaper to do that. So I was able to do that. We still have stuff in reserves and in the freezers and in the cupboards, so that's a good thing. So now this month I will stay at my same budget, $200 per person per month. For 8 of us, that's $1,600. So I'm gonna hopefully stay underneath that, and if not, that's okay too. Give yourself grace to do it. If I really was like, knew I couldn't spend and really couldn't go over that, I would not be making all of the freezer treats this month. I would skip that and take that out of the list. I would do something a little bit different, or I would make all my own puddings, or make my own whatever's. All that you can do to cut back. So if you have to, think something different this month. If you don't have that extra $200 every single month per person, okay, well then what can I cut out of my list? Do I need to go to more casseroles? Do I need to do more, instead of chicken, do I need to do more ground beef and mix it with ground turkey meals, or do less meat and do more meat-free things? We used to also make this stuff called bulgur, ground bulgur. One of my viewers still makes it. I can't find bulgur here, or maybe I can. We used to, I guess I can't say no because I don't know. Bulgur, I used to get this at the Mennonite bulk food store, and they used to get a big bag of it. It was wheat bulgur. Now I took that, you can make that taste like hamburger meat. It tastes like taco meat more. I would take that, we would mix that half and half with our ground beef, and that would help stretch our meat. So that's something you can do. You can also just stretch your meat by adding, like if you have spaghetti, just do way less meat. If you have more, do chili and do a lot more beans. There's ways that you can kind of stretch things and not have so much meat stuff in your meals. Always ways to get around. If you have chicken, you can make the chicken fajita and chop it up really tiny, just separate it and spread it out through the meal. So there's ways to cut back on the grocery budget. You don't always have to have a discount store. You can shop. I shop at Walmart, Aldi, and Sam's Club. Those are where my main stores are. Last month I was able to do it. I did go to discount store. I haven't all the time. I'm just sharing those as extra things. We will live if we don't have Cheerios and all those fun things. I promise you. That's just something fun to have. So don't look and go, oh, I can't do these. You can do these things. It just takes a little bit of planning. So now I have my list. I'm going to be ready to go out and do some shopping later this afternoon and get some stuff. I will start at Aldi, get my stuff there, and then I will come back home. It's still going to be, I still have a few more days in the weekend. I won't be doing meat prep and all that stuff yet. We'll still do life here at the house. And then the weekend, we're going to do another discount store because I want to check it out. Again, not part of my normal groceries. It'll just be like, if we can find something great, maybe it will become a great place to go. I don't know, but it's not planned on. I'm not relying on it. Like the mountains, I would go to those first, see what they had, and plan my meals around that. But here, they just are they're more extra fluff places. And then next week, I will be going and doing a big shopping day at Sam's and Walmart and getting everything we need. So With that said, I'm going to close today's video. This week, I'm getting slack in my videos this week. Sorry. Give myself a little bit of grace. Give myself a little bit of break. Food-wise, we're having oatmeal today. Lunch, I don't even know what we're going to have. Chicken salad and crackers again. And then dinner is going to be that, it's called Tammy's enchilada, but there's no enchilada sauce in it. We're going to have that with some cheese on a tortilla because I got tortillas. It'll be easy. I won't have to worry about dinner. And then I'll go shopping, have some food. Everybody be happy all around. So you have a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic rest of your day today, and come back tomorrow. We're gonna go to Aldi and get our groceries there tomorrow. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
My mind has been racing day after day for a while. I'm learning to trust, and it hurts giving you my all. My hands are open wide, but I'm still holding tight. I've got holes in these jeans and cracks in this heart, tear stains on t-shirts, I'm falling apart. But this thing I know is you are my hope, and I trust in you. Oh, I do.